Hey guys, Mike the Vike here, back for yet another video. So, the Rust devs are back at it again with another update, this time focusing mostly on making players' lives just a little bit easier. Also, if you guys are looking for a new server to check out this month, definitely consider my Viking Republic servers. I've got a 2x and a 4x. I'll keep it quick, but I've made a ton of changes recently, including, nerfing VIP kits and just generally making the experience much more balanced and enjoyable. If you're interested in joining, feel free to check out the link down below. First up, there's been a bit of an issue with the tree minigame, the X. I'm sure you're all aware. Basically, the X would disappear or not be hittable, and it appears that the devs have finally fixed this. I've been testing it out for a little while here, and I don't see any issues. It seems to work just fine. With that said, there are a lot of different types of trees in the game, and each one kind of acts a little different in this minigame. So they may not all be fixed, but it seems that they are. With that said, the devs are aware, and if any are still broken, they'll fix it. Now, a lot of the fixes the devs made probably seem small, and I'd probably agree, but the thing is, when you consider all of them in an update, it makes the game noticeably easier, and it should just make the experience overall a lot smoother. For example, the first thing they changed is with the vending machine markers. In the past, they were all spammed in close proximity, and it was just kind of hard to see what was actually for sale. Now, if they're close together, it makes a little folder, and you can see specifically what's for sale. They also improved the F7 reporting system. Previously, it would open a window in your web browser, and it wasn't really the best. Now, if you press F7, you've got this lovely new menu, and you can do it all from here. You don't have to make an account. And then, of course, you can report a player, all from in-game. It just makes the process of leaving feedback and reporting players much simpler and quicker. The chat system got a bit of a revamp as well. You can now click on a player, just left click, and you can link directly to their Steam profile if you need to send it to an admin or something, or who knows what. If you just want to see their profile, you can now do that quickly. And also, if they're being annoying or spamming or doing who knows what nonsense, you can mute them or report them super quickly here. Some of you might be aware of where people spam in large text and stuff and break servers. You can also clear chat so that it all goes away. So this is just a greatly upgraded system here. Now they also added team chat, but I need to join a team first. Hey, dude, let me in your team. Please.
Hey.
Hype. Hang on. Thank you.
I got you.
So how this works is you can press tab to switch between team chat, which would of course only be for your team, or global. This is broken on my server because we've had plugins that do this kind of thing already, but it's really nice to see that this is now going to be built into the game, especially for vanilla players. That's going to be super convenient and nice to have. Okay, I'm sure you guys know that the bow has been broken for a very long time, in that on the second shot there'd be a delay and you'd have to kind of restart the animation, and it was just a really stupid thing. And now, finally, this is fixed, so you can shoot quickly with your bow and not have to worry about anything. But man, this is hilarious because, I don't know, it's such a small thing, but it feels so much better. This next one is a little controversial. They've changed how looting works in the game. Every time you looted an item, the timer was individual, meaning basically you could loot as quickly as you could spam your right click to get them in your inventory. They've now changed it to a queuing system, meaning you can no longer just hotkey it and auto kind of equip everything at once. You have to wait one item at a time, similar to crafting, right? So you can still loot super quick, and it's basically all the same, but it will help with the hotkey kind of abuses that people were doing. Now, along with this, they also added a hover looting system. Basically, by default, if you press and hold H, you can automatically take all these items and start that queue. So watch this. I didn't right click there at all, I just hovered over and held H. And the benefit to that is that you don't have to right click spam if it's an entire large box or whatever. Some people are upset about this, saying it's making the game too easy and lowering the skill gap. I personally think it's just a good change to make looting less annoying if you gotta move everything out of one box to another. Along with this, you can now right-click an item in your inventory to send it to your hotbar quickly. And if there is a piece of clothing in your hotbar, you can press the respective key and it'll equip it. I still personally wish that if you right-clicked a piece of clothing from your hotbar, it would auto put it on instead of send it to your inventory, but it is what it is. They've also improved lockers to where you can now add or change items within a gear set just from your inventory instead of it having to be in your hotbar and clothing slots. Oh man, we got so many small changes. I'm sorry about this, but they're worth mentioning. Water transfer, for example, is now a lot quicker. Instead of having to spam it, you can just sort of do an automatic thing until it's full. Small water catchers can now be placed on roofs, previously only on the ground, which is kind of dumb. Now, I'm not sure who complained about this one, but the direction of the smoke from a campfire has now been set up properly so that it follows gravity, which is cool, instead of it just going... Actually, I could show you. So they fixed it on campfires, not fixed on skullfire pits, if anyone has that. So this is what it previously looked like. You can see it just kind of blasts 90 degrees up every time. Now it follows gravity, which is cool. But yeah, not fixed on the skullfire. Tisk tisk. Along with the quality of life stuff, they've also done a few fixes, as per usual. There was a bit of an exploit with hot air balloons and clipping into buildings and stuff that appears to be fixed. They also addressed the entity pop-in issues, where in a minicopter, if you were basically zooming too fast, stuff wouldn't load in quick enough and you'd crash into buildings and whatnot. Not ideal. They've also now introduced a medium battery, and they've kind of changed how batteries work in general. How this works is basically each battery has a certain capacity in Rust watt minutes, and you can see here small battery is 150, medium is 9,000, large is 24,000, and then of course they've got a max output. So on the large it's 100, medium it's 50, small it's 10. Pretty straightforward. One solid change they've made is the amount of power you use is now kind of dependent on what you're powering. In the past, it seemed to be kind of the same usage regardless, which didn't really make sense. Long story short, batteries are going to be more efficient now and should actually make some sense. And by the way, you could buy the new medium battery from Bandit Camp for 75 scrap. Alrighty, with that said, I believe that is it for this month's Rust update. I know I haven't done one of these in ages. I have been really busy working, and literally every first Thursday I just am not available. This is the first time in a while where I'm finally free, and should continue to be free for the first Thursday of every month, which is awesome. Now, if you want to see more Rust update videos from me, please do let me know by leaving a like on the video. Helps a ton. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty good month for Rust. It's not, chock full of massive new content. It's just some good solid fixes that the game will appreciate. Anyways, guys, with that said, that is going to be everything from me. Hopefully you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.